Hey guys, what's going on? It's Matt, Trend Over 943. In today's video, I have blog video number 19 here on the PRR Keystone. Alright, so since the last blog video I've done some work on the layout here, and I'll go ahead and talk about that in today's video. And also, I'll let you guys know about some future plans that are coming up. So let's take a look what we got going on. Alright, so first up I have these buildings over here. Now the main two are towards the left of your screen, which is the train shop and then the Legacy Station building next to it. And these two were waiting on LED conversions. I've converted most of my buildings over to LEDs already, but these two I needed to convert. And the main reason why they took so long was because I needed some screwdrivers. The screwdrivers I had before, they just couldn't get the buildings open. So I went ahead and bought some new ones, and I recently went ahead and converted these over. Now, they're not done yet. I still got some more work to do. I have to open them both back up and add lighting to the top section of it. So up in here for this one, and then up in here for this one. But they'll come in due time, but I'm really happy with the way they're turning out right now. It definitely keeps the amperage down on the transformer, and it gives a really cool look to the buildings. Lastly, over here I have this MTH 3-story building. And this one got LEDs as well, but that's not the thing that I'm here to show you guys about. I'm here to show you guys about the billboard that's on top of it. It's this Support Our Troops billboard, and MTH makes this. And I did a modification to it, and it was really more or less a mistake that turned into putting it up here. So as I just mentioned with the buildings, I've converted most of my stuff over to LEDs. And I was going to convert this particular billboard over to LEDs because it had some lighting on top of it, which I'll flash up a picture of what it looked like before. And the problem with it was I couldn't get the bulbs to be converted. They just wouldn't work. They have curves on them, and it just wasn't happening. So I kind of destroyed the thing, but I went ahead and shoved it up here, and I think it looks really, really cool. And what I'm going to do to light them is I'm going to get Woodland Scenics makes little gooseneck LEDs, and they attach to the billboard, and then you can light it up that way. And obviously they're already LEDs, so no need to convert them. And I think they'll look really cool. So I'll do 3 over here, and then the buildings that you just saw, I'll go ahead and put a couple of them on there. And I think it's going to look really, really cool in the end. Alright, next up over here, I went ahead and moved some cars around and added some structures. So, over here, let me zoom in. There we go. I had 3 cars over here at one point. I had 2 yellow Thunderbirds, and then I had the 57 Chevy. And I went ahead and moved one of the Thunderbirds just to give some variety to the layout. And plus, with these lighting that I have in the headlights, it was a little bright over here, so that's the main reason why I went ahead and moved it. It was just a little bright over here. So it looks a lot better now, and I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. Let me zoom back out of here. You guys can see with the 4 cars, it looks really, really nice. I'm really happy with the way it looks. Alright, next up we have some structures over here. Now, towards the right of your screen, I have a Santa Fe caboose. And I found it under the table, and what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to go ahead and light it up and make it look like an office, which I think that'll be really neat. And then also I have this banjo signal, and that I will eventually wire up because where the car is sitting, that will eventually be a road, so obviously you'd want a signal so the car doesn't get smacked by the train. So I'm going to go ahead and light that up, and that'll be pretty cool as well. Alright, forgive the view I have on this piece because I really can't get the camera in here really well. But this is a MTH Rail King Modern Reefer car in the Dr. Pepper colors. And what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to put LEDs in it and make it look like a cold drink stand. And I think that'll be really pretty neat. Let me back up here. There you guys go. You can see a little bit better. Forgive the view I had of it a second ago. But I think it's going to look really cool once it's all done, and that'll be the next project I work on. Alright, last but not least over here, I'm going to go ahead and put a building where the legacy remote is. I have a passenger station, which I'll go ahead and flash up a picture of. And it's going to go over here because where I have it sitting right now, it just doesn't work very well. And it's going to be over here, which I think will add some more scenery and some more detail to it. So that'll be really pretty neat once that's all done. Alright, then last but not least for today's video is I have something brand new that I just did a couple weeks ago, and it is a workbench that I finally made. I've talked about it in previous videos, but this is a workbench that I bought from Harbor Freight, and I'll go ahead and show you about it. Alright, so in here on the workbench, of course you gotta have a chair to start off with, right? So down under here I have these O-gauge railroading magazines and just some other random books, because you know what, sometimes when you're sitting here, why not read something? So right over here we'll start. I have a soldering station that I bought off of Amazon. This is the Xtronic model number 3020. Here's a look at it right there, and I'm really happy with this iron. I think it's really nice. It's got the little tip cleaner there, and there's the iron itself. I really like this iron, and it also came with the soldering holder here. Now it did not come with the solder. I bought the solder separate, but I'm really happy with that it came with that, so that's pretty cool. Next I have this. This is just a towel, and it's used as a makeshift engine cradle because for right now I don't have one of the ones from like Bowser or anybody like that, but I am going to get one and I will replace the towel with that, but for right now that's what I have. Alright, so in the back here I have a test track. And this is just a 30-inch piece of Lionel Fast Track that I've weathered. I think it looks really nice. And eventually I'm going to get some rollers for this, so that way I can run locomotives on here and they won't fly off. So that'll be nice. And then over here I have some command control equipment. I have this TMCC set, of course with the remote. And then I also have a Lionel Powerhouse 180. And that's going to be just gator gripped to the track here. And then eventually over here I'm going to have a TIU, so that way I can run my MTH trains. And then over here I have the helping hands for soldering, and this is just a can of air. And then I have this. Now this is very invaluable, at least for me. It's a magnetic parts holder for like screws and stuff. Really good. And then I have some scissors, a random truck. No, I'm actually getting ready to put LEDs in that. So I might actually do a video on that. If you guys want to see it, let me know. It's a really quick and fun process. So in the back over there I have just some needle nose pliers and wire cutters, and then the black box down there, that's just some knives. And then I have these. Now these are the LEDs that I use for my passenger cars, my buildings, and all of that stuff. These are really nice LEDs. I actually did a video on converting a passenger car to LEDs, which turned out really well, although I didn't really have great equipment for it, so I might redo that. But these were the LEDs I used, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And then finally over here I have a parts organizer right here, which has a whole bunch of parts in it. And then also my multimeter right here. And then with the parts organizer I have screws and all different kinds of things. In this drawer, for example, I have my LEDs. Now for all my car lights I actually use the 3mm LEDs, but I bought some 5mm just for other projects. And I was going to use the 5mm red ones for tail lights in the cars, but the 5mm are a little big, so I'll find a use for them somewhere else. And then like in this one here I have batteries, and then I also, way back here, I have some smoke fan motors for smoke units and locomotives. And what I want to do is I want to get into basic repairs of trains. Just because, you know what, certain things like smoke fan motors, for example, you know, you take the engine to a dealer and he's doing the same thing that I'd be doing, and it's literally just soldering 2 wires to the smoke fan. You can see there, it's just 2 wires. There you go, soldered up to the thing, and then some of them have a plug, some don't, but it's literally just 2 wires. And you know what, the fan motors I think are like $5 a piece or something, so they're not very expensive. And you know, when you take it to a dealer, you have to, you know, obviously, you know, you have car payments, you know, gas and things, but and then, you know, when you take the engine in, there's a labor charge with it, so you know that can be pretty expensive. So I mean, if I can do little things myself, you know, I'll save myself the time and money and just do it myself and have some fun too. So that's basically the workbench here. It's got a light on top of it right here. And then it also has obviously power for all this, the command control units and the soldering iron and stuff. So I really like this bench, and it also has a pegboard behind here. But I really like this bench, and I'm really happy I got it. So that's going to do it for in here, so now I'll go back into the layout room real quick. Alright, so one final thing and then we'll call it a video here, and that is I got a tripod for my camera with a cell phone mount, because I use my cell phone to record these videos, and I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and I was really happy when I was looking on Amazon and I found a tripod that had the cell phone mount on it. So in this whole video, except for this scene and the previous one with the workbench, I was using the tripod, and it'll no longer be shaky or anything like that, and also be able to do quality tutorial videos. So I think what I might do is, a couple months ago now, I filmed a video on how to install LEDs on a passenger car, and I'm thinking I'm going to refilm that one, like I said, because I didn't have this and I really couldn't show you much of anything. It was literally me saying, okay, let me solder this, I'll be right back, or let me do this and I'll be right back. But what I can do with this is I can now do what I need to do and just let the camera roll, you know, with this piece here, and I can show you the whole process from beginning to end. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I will do a video, like I said, on the buildings. I'll pull one of these, and actually I've got this one right over here, that house that I still need to convert. So when I'm ready to do it, I'll go ahead and film a video and show you guys how to do it. So it's really easy, like I said. So, but that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.